Hi and welcome to That's Gaming DK. In this video we're going to take a closer look at a package that we received from our good friends at Nemesis Games, and that is Blessing of the Old Gods, the card pack, which is a small promotional pack for the game Uprising, Curse of the Last Emperor. This pack was sent out to supporters that helped cover the additional shipping cost when all the shipping prices world over just went up after the Kickstarter was completed. But let's get to the table and take a look at it. But before we do that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is highly appreciated. So this is a very small pack. So what I received was actually an envelope that the Danish customs had opened up, and they had taken it very badly to get again, so it was actually partial or almost completely open when we received it. So I was a bit afraid that something had got lost. It doesn't seem like it. So what was in the pack? There was this Blessing of the Old God cards and a thank you note from Nemesis Games with a link to an upcoming campaign. So we're gonna take a look at that campaign page after the unboxing and look at the cards. And there is a teaser here that it's a new expansion, but let's get to that later. So first of all, we have these cards. Blessing of the Old Gods. These are tarot size cards, and it seems like we can take it from here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it has this really nice shine, almost like if you know Pokemon cards and other cards that have these foil. So all these details out here are actually foil. So these are the rule cards. It says shuffle the Blessing deck and place it face down next to the board. When any Horde or Legion is placed on the map from any of the following three effects, which is 3 skeletons form a Horde, any Hex places a Horde or Legion, or any Quest places a Horde or Legion, draw one random Blessing and place it under that Horde or Legion card. When a player destroys that Legion or Horde, they gain that Blessing. A Blessing may be used always. As an alternative rule, in the refresh phase, the starting player gains one random Blessing. So if you don't already know the game, this is an expansion for Uprising, Curse of the Last Emperor, and we already made quite an extensive unboxing video about that game with a short introduction to how we first found out about the game and tried it out together with one of the game designers, Cornelius. So if you haven't already seen that video, I'm gonna put a link up here in the corner for you to take a look at. But let's continue. So the backs are the same for all these cards. Again, it has this real nice foil effect on all the border for all the cards apparently. So this is the Fountain of Time. This card is to place one unit from the reserve or graveyard on any hex with that base unit or heaven. It looks really nice. I love the art of the whole game, also the core box and the expansion. But this foil here it's really something. It gives the card kind of an expensive feeling, or premium feeling is probably a better word. And again, it is one of the games that we have taken a look at and unboxed over the last 2 years that felt like the highest production quality. I'm also saying that a lot in the original unboxing video, but everything, the choice of paper or cardboard for the cards, the way it's built, the coloring, everything just feels perfect. So the difference between these cards and the cards in core box is these are not textured. The cards in the original is textured so that they don't slide. These are normal smooth cardboard, but these have the foil, so yeah. Ghostly Fog. This card is to ignore all lightning symbols on the enemy dice of any player. These are, I can't remember if they're called Fate or Power, but these are what you use to cast spells or magic call upon down the favor of the gods. Phantasmagoria. This card is when any Legion or Horde is destroyed to give its diamond to any player instead. Festival of Spring. This card is when any player succeeds as a quest, they may gain their reward again, but not the solve effect. So quests in the game have these rewards that you get for completing them, and they can be quite good. It can be equipment, it can be resources, etc. So gaining double up if you have the right quest of something you need can be awesome. All of these are quite powerful boons to be honest. Astral Touch. This card is to turn 2 of any player's dice to any side. As I said, really powerful. The Red Song. discard this to add 1 red, that's a red die, for every horde or legion in play to any player's roll. So if the board is starting to overflow, this can give you a lot of additional attack die. Dancing Shadows, discard this to double the archery dice of any player. Again, having a race with a lot of archery or ranged units, this can be really awesome. Gift of the Outlander, discard this to give any item from the item deck to any player who can use it. So just search the item deck, you don't even need to take the reveal cards in the market. Just search, give it to whoever. And Obsidian Skin, discard this to add 2 defense to any player's roll. So this is definitely gonna switch up the game. But let's jump over to the computer and take a look at this campaign.
So now that we're taking a look at the cards in the pack, I have opened up the link that we got on this small node. And we can see here that it takes us directly to Gamefound and a project draft of the coming expansion. So what does a project draft mean on Gamefound? It means that this is not the final form. We can come with responses, comments, etc. to the campaign, and it doesn't accept pledges yet, so that's fine. We will push continue and we will take a look. So we can see here that it is Uprising, Titan of the First Age, it is still by Nemesis Games, and it is still a 4x co-op fantasy of 1 to 4 players, and this is the new expansion. And it also allows you to get content from the first campaign in English or German. So we can see here they have a slideshow showing some of the known people that have made some fantastic videos on the original game, such as Rolling One, Quackalope, Man Meeple. Let's see who else we have here. So here we actually have some information of the new expansion. So it says 2 new factions, 13 mercenary units, 26 Nemesis Banes, 3 new dice types, 1 new mechanic, and more. So the new factions you already saw in the existing expansion that we got with the first Kickstarter, but this actually gives you even more factions to play, along with new mechanics and dice types. And here we have the original, and it says it's gonna reprint, so if you didn't get it the first time, you can get it now, which is fantastic because I really think that the first version, the original core box, was overlooked overall on Kickstarter, unfortunately. It is a fantastic game. The only flaw about this game is actually how much the developers how much time and how much energy they spend, which means that the game have become quite large. But it is a really good game, but it requires a very stable gaming group that have up to 4 hours to play it, unless you play a slimmed down version of it. Here we have some more pictures. We have some more sayings. Here we have League of Games. Here we have Jesse from Quackalope. So we can see at the time of recording there's 3 days and 3 hours left until this campaign launches. And if we go down to the project, we can see here that they just ongoing write stuff about the projects. You are able to go in and write some comments. You can see the FAQ, such as can you play solo? You can. It's gonna take a lot of time, but you could. Updates. So here we actually have some unlocks already. So let's see. I haven't even seen these yet. So let's go down and see. So we have the first unlocked, which was at 1,000 followers on Gamefound, and that is the possibility to leave ideas and comments, and it is this help design 4 new unique items. The next is design 1 new hex, and here we have an example of these stackable game pieces that you use that shows what level. So this is a complete level 3. Then you can move each piece down to levels. Really nice. We also showed that off in our unboxing video. Then is design 2 quests with us, so the community can help design 2 new unique quests. And design 4 new events. And the last unlock is design a new horde. And if you don't know, horde are these special monsters, these special enemies, where we have hordes and legions. Legions is from the Empire, and horde is from Chaos. So that is what has been unlocked, and also if you follow the project on Gamefound, you will receive a free gift if you back it as well. At the moment we're up to almost 6,500 following this project. So it looks really good. It is a game that definitely increase the playability the more factions you have, even though the game is 100% dynamically on everything, hexes, spawns, etc. But the factions definitely help, because the faction is not just another color or another unit. They are unique in the way they play. They are unique in their advantages, disadvantages that they give, and they have a lot of different playstyles. And we saw with the expansions that even the expansion factions was completely different from the factions in the core box, with one of them not even having havens as far as I remember. So looks really good. We're gonna follow up when this launches and see how it goes. But yeah, new expansion coming to Uprising. Looking forward to it. So the cards in the pack looks awesome. It's a nice addition to the core game, and the upcoming campaign looks awesome. We are really looking forward to when the campaign launches, and it's gonna cover it here on the channel and see what unlocks we can get other than the 5 unlocks we already have seen from the pre-campaign. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section below, or join our Discord where you can ask questions or just join the conversation in general. That was everything for today's video. Thanks for watching.